Okay, cool. Now we're live on both. Awesome. Oh, wow. Okay. This does not need to be that loud. Just for now. We'll chill for a bit. Thank you! I need to get some more. These are quite old. These PJ pants are definitely quite old. Let's move the chat over. Awesome. We got YouTube up. We got TikTok up. What up? It's gonna be weird tonight, guys. Not only am I on a Kindle, but my Kindle holder broke. So I'm just gonna be holding it. I got these like straps, but this is like, how old are you? This is, I think, like a 9-year-old Kindle. So the straps don't fit it perfectly. So they like eventually slide off. So there's like, we're gonna go old school. I'm gonna hold my Kindle with no clicker, no nothing. Hello, hello. How has it been, my friend? Caffeine. Yeah, today was good. Today was real productive. I got a ton of errands done. I was honestly gonna like do some more housework, and I was like, you know what? I'm at a good stopping point, and I'm kind of wide awake, so. Oh, Wave King's nice. I got the clicker yesterday. I love the clicker. I do. It's just my Kindle, because I could like snuggle up. I could hold my cats. Like I could eat my snacks. I could do whatever the heck I want and read. And my thing broke. So I gotta get a new one, but it's not priority. So right now I'm only buying because of Oliver. Oliver's doing great, by the way. Oliver was like wrestling with Glitch earlier. He just plopped back there. He is doing fantastic. We're just crossing fingers because like last week he was doing okay, and then Saturday it was like to the ER. So hoping that he's like not giving me any more false alarms and he's actually good. He was like quickly following me around the apartment today because he's an old man. So as quickly as an old man can do it. Quickly following me around. So I hope he's like good. We're hoping for that. So, but because of his vet bills, I am on a strict only buy what you need thing. So like the 2 videos that I showed you guys of the books that I got, one book I bought in June and one book I bought about a week before his first ER trip. So no books or Kindle Claws or anything else for now. Yeah, he's definitely doing a whole ton better. What up, Erica? Oliver's doing good. He's doing fantastic. I hope he doesn't want to sit on my lap soon, because sometimes he does, but it's still too warm for that. He's a very warm kitty. Alright, but I am good to start reading. Xena will hop on soon, because she's staring at me like, how dare I. So you all grab your books and cats and chairs. Hey, Christina! And all that jazz. I am live on TikTok and on YouTube, so if you feel like throwing me on the TV screen, you can. If you want to stick to your phone, you can. Both options are available. What up, Kelso? But yeah, I'm reading a really awesome. Okay, there's a book. I think it just came out today. Let me double check. Hang on. Let me see if this book. This is probably like the best cozy fantasy I've ever read, and I'm so in love with it. It is, I think, like 500 pages long. According to like the preliminary, because it's an arc. It's an arc. Let me see. It is on Kindle Unlimited. When were you and it was published today. This book was published today. It's called Contracts and Cats. Okay, so you want to pay off your student loan debt, right? It's a ton of money. You see a job advertisement. Hey, come work and live in our cafe/bookshop, and we will pay for your tuition. Let's go interview. You go interview, you get the job, you sign the contract, and now you cannot leave the building for a year. You sign the contract, there's a magical barrier on the door, you cannot leave. Your boss is a talking cat. You didn't know that until after you signed the contract. You're like, I am in a magical cafe bookshop. My boss is a talking cat. And then it gets even better, because about 40% of the way in, there's a mysterious baby book dragon. And the way this book dragon is fed is by reading to it and giving it physical food, because it needs physical food and it needs knowledge. Guys, this book is amazing. Contracts and Cats. It just came out today. I'm still working on the arc because I've been great like that. But thank you so much, Sally. I appreciate the cats. And Christina. Thank you, my kitty peoples. We're reading about cats. I have a cat staring at me. You guys gave me cats. Welcome to the Cat Live. Let's get to books. Everyone, you got 1 minute after I get rid of that advertisement. You now have 1 minute to get your books and chairs and all that jazz. Yeah, I'm very wary with cozy fantasy because a lot of times they're just so amazing writing, real suspenseful. The plot is I love everything about this book. I love everything about this book. For a book so simple to be a cozy fantasy, I am intrigued. I am wrapped up and invested. So, worth the pickup. I'll be raving about this whenever I'm done. But Contracts and Cats, I think, is 100% worth the pickup. I freaking love it. It's great. It's great. The cat reminds me of like Salem or something. He's a male Xena. The cat is a male version of my Xena. The size of Oliver. It's fantastic. I love it. Alright, 30 minutes on the clock, everybody. Happy reading. And the music dies down. Why? Okay. Alright. How did that go for everyone? Ooh, there's stuff happening in my book. Like, I mean, this suspense is just, this song comes on. The suspense is just laid out so perfectly. I don't know how else to say how much I really love this book. Is my volume not even doing anything? It is. Okay, cool. Good evening. 308 of Catabasis. Oh, nice. Oliver is awesome. But we're not going to jump to that because he was totally fine on Friday night, and then he had to rush to the ER on Saturday morning. So, as of right now, he's good. He was doing his little old man running around in the apartment complex, which is... Or in the apartment, which is, like, not really... It's more like a quick trot. He was wrestling with Glitch. He is in his favorite sleep position right now, so he's good. He's good. 2 chapters in Mate. Oh, nice. Which edition did you get? I'm curious, because I know there's like a blue one, and there's the purple one, and there's the green one, and I think there's a pink one. I heard of The Devil's Highway by... I have not read or heard The Devil's Highway. No. Yeah, thank you so much, Ashley. Genuinely. I was talking with my brother, and we're like assessing my finances. Like, I'm not in a... The last pet visit, luckily, the vet visit, luckily, was nowhere near what I thought it was going to be. And they actually didn't even charge me for the visit. They only charged me for the medication. So I was like, a win is a win. A win is a win. And we found out that he does have an infection. So, like, if you have a male cat, this is very, 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 very important. Male cats are very commonly prone to urinary infections. So a lot of people have found dramatic changes when they put their male cats on a urinary diet. Like, look for cat food that says, like, urinary stuff on there. So, like, Oliver just started that diet. He's on antibiotics right now. But that is, like, if your cat experiences any kind of blockage and they do have an infection, it's like you have a day or two to like act on it, essentially. So group of men trying to cross the Mexican... Ooh, I have not. So The Devil's Highway, no. I'm currently reading, because I put it on pause. I was listening to the audiobook of Solito, but I'm very picky with narrators, and I could not pay attention with how he was narrating it, even though it was the author himself. But authors write amazing books, but some authors shouldn't narrate their own books. But I do have the physical book that I'll be reading soon. It'll be within the next 7 books. I have some other arcs that I have to, like, deal with. But yeah, no, seriously, for male cats, I'm actually switching all my cats over to a mix of urinary diet food. So, I can't stress that enough. For male cats, there's nothing wrong if you put them on a urinary dry cat food or wet cat food. Oliver's gonna take it more wet cat food. Diet is just, it helps for the future. Interested in the memoir from a North Korean defector? Ooh, that actually sounds... there was a book recently that I came across that it wasn't... Was it a North Korea... I don't think it was a North Korea defector. I think it was more of a historical fiction based on events in Korea. But no, I would definitely be intrigued in a story like that for sure. Thrift store, and it sounded interesting. Thrift store wins. Used book wins. Of course. Those are amazing. I'm kind of bummed because, like, I'm genuinely loving the book that I'm reading right now, but it was just released today. And it doesn't have enough hype. So, the reason why you might not find a new book in a bookstore is because there hasn't been enough pre-orders for it. Nobody's really requested it. Like, it's not hyped enough for the bookstore to justify buying a copy. I might find it at a Barnes & Noble. I haven't checked yet. And I do have gift cards. So I'm trying not to buy anything that I don't need. But I do have several book gift cards, so I'm not actually buying anything. In order to live by... Oh, in order to live by Amy Park. A few years ago, she came out with a book written since she made it to the USA. Let me look this up. Let me see here. In order to live. No, what did you what just happened? Sorry, my... Okay, I don't know what I did here. What did I do? Sorry, I accidentally pushed a button and it didn't shrink my page. It didn't make everything smaller. It kind of compressed everything. So I have like these big margins on my web browser and I've never seen that happen before. And I did not shrink the size. I don't know what I did, but I don't like it. Anyways, in order to live. Perks of having the butterfly keyboard. Why are you doing this? I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, I don't know. This book has like a 4.49 review rating. It just doesn't even sound good. If you're new here, that's called sarcasm. Triggering topics. That's, you know, I am never one to look at the trigger page. I'm not, there are people who need to look at the trigger page. They definitely do. But I've never actually sat to look at the trigger page. I think the only thing that would ever trigger me is narcissism, and in that case I wouldn't be terrified. I'd be like, I know what you're doing. But I'm good, how you doing? Okay, so I need to look up. Oh, it was just published. Oh, this book was just published. No, I'm wrong. I read that entirely wrong. 2015. It was published 10 years ago. Okay. Let's look at the dates correctly, shall we? I didn't think so. I mostly wanted to mention that for others who might be. Yeah, no, it... Ooh, I like that cover. I really like that cover. Has like a bunch of kids with like a sensor bar over their eyes, except for the kid in the middle. What genre is... Okay, so memoir. Okay. Like, I knew it was a memoir, but I didn't know if it was like a young adult section or adult section type. 273 pages? That's like nothing! I would jump on that book. I would definitely jump on that book. Okay, let me move this back over here. The book that I am reading, no romance. Freaking amazing. No romance in it. Quite literally, it's a girl who's trapped in a magical bookshop. Her boss is the talking cat, and they're trying to figure out where this book dragon came from. And it is just like the twists and the turns, and like I freaking love this book. I'm only 56% of the way in, and I'm just like, what is happening? Like, everything is either cute or adorable or suspicious or chuckling. I've hit some really good... Let me see if I can find some quotes. Like, there's this, again, the book dragon in this book is quite literally, it's this little baby dragon that just appears, and they don't know how it just kind of, like, appeared. And they find out that it is a book dragon, and a book dragon, you have to read to it, and that is, like, one of the ways that it, like, grows, is you reading to it, and it is absorbing knowledge. And then she discovers the power of audiobooks. They can read to it for her. And so there's a bunch of quotes that are like, let me see if I can save my page. No, wait, save it. Yes. Save that page. Cool. Now, go to... Okay. Book dragons need stories, just like they need food. They crave knowledge. What makes book dragons so special is that they love and crave knowledge. In fact, they need it to grow. Did I? Sorry, this is like an old Kindle, so I'm like learning page turns. Okay. The cat is discovering cattish quirks that he like has never experienced in his life, and he's like hundreds of years old. And like the girl's making cookies, and he's like not used to eating so much sugar. So he's like, the sweet treats were delicious, but I didn't like what the sugar had done to me. I think those were the zoomies she had mentioned earlier. Like, she's so cute. This is just so cute. I love it. I love it. Okay, get that out. There we go. Anyways, I read 7 books at first in 3 weeks. Oh, nice. Like, did I set the timer? I did. I think I'm gonna do snacks this time. I don't know what I'm craving. I think I'm craving you and hot fries. Why not? I'm gonna open. 17 seconds. Can I do it? Aha! Now I am ready for whatever the heck I am craving, because I still have no idea. Alright, everybody. 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting. How did that go for everyone? Okay, Kindle readers, maybe specifically, hang on. If I don't start this, we all know I'm gonna forget it. There we go. Okay, anyways, Kindle readers, specifically if you do like NetGalley or ebook readers. Well, actually no, Kindle readers, because this is device specific. Have you ever had your, like, okay, the font didn't change any size, right? I didn't change any other formatting, but sometimes like I'll flip forward and then I want to flip back, and when I flip back, I guess like the orientation of the page changes. Like I'll have, like, the last chapter ended here, right? And then I go to the next chapter. And then I was like, wait, let me reread that. I go back and suddenly the end of the chapter is like up here. Like there's like a shift. So I'd say probably specifically NetGalley arcs, because it is a NetGalley arc file. I don't know if anyone's experienced that, because I've never had that happen before, where I guess like the position of the texts change. I mean, everything else is in order. It's not like it's missing. It's not like it's taking things out, but I'm just like, what just happened? Because that's not where the chapter ended. The chapter ended like down here, not up there. So, oh, so it's just like a Kindle thing. Oh, that's good to know. In the 9 years I've owned this thing, I've never experienced that, because I hardly ever read on this thing. It's so weird. Like I want to hold a book and I'm just like, I'm staring at a screen. But it's such a good story. Such a good story. I'm kind of hoping, what's next to read? I got approved for another arc, which is book 3 in a series where I already own the first 2 books. I don't think it's coming out till January. So, oh yeah, that's impossible. I was like, if I finish the first 2 books before I go out of town next week, I can have the ebook with me and then not worry about carrying books. But that's just not gonna happen. We all know me. Oh no, I love holding a physical book. You guys know that I will only have a Kindle if it's an arc, or if it's, let's say like my local book club is reading a book and I can only find it on ebook format and I don't want to buy the book for whatever reason. The book that we're reading this month, though, I've been wanting to read for a long time, and actually I've had it on my TBR for a while, and it's called, actually, I don't know if I can say the title of the book on TikTok Live. Sorry about that. But just me now. But anyways, the author's on TikTok, and she's basically like, it's the author talking to the hero of the story, but they're also like arguing over where the plot should be going, and the hero's like, shouldn't I be doing this? They're like, no, that's gonna... Anyways, it's author and character interaction as the story progresses, and it sounds hilarious. Love physical books. I'm the opposite now that I read Kindle. Annoyed holding it. I'm annoyed holding a Kindle. I phased my Kindle out years ago. I'm glad I still have it, because again, like, there are times like the NetGalley arcs, I'm only getting those on ebooks. I'm not getting physical arcs, unfortunately. Reading the naturals right now. I can't put it down. Nice. Being a part of Book Talk is making me reconsider. It just, like I said, it depends. Like, I don't like... I rarely absorb this story well enough on Kindle. Like, this story is just so amazing that I'm just, like, loving every second of it. There's about to be a whole meeting of dragons in a bookstore. What? But normally, if it's a physical book, because like I said, I flip back a lot. And I can't do that on a Kindle. Especially now, I'm trying to flip back and I'm like, why are you changing orientation? What are you doing? Where are you going? But Kindle is definitely here for necessities. And I got this in 2016. It works just fine. I might have to wait like half a second longer than everyone else to change the page. It's fine. I have not read From Blood and Ash. I was trying to get all of the books before I started reading it, and then I accidentally read a page from Primal of Blood and whatever it's called, and I'm like, I might not want to read the rest of the series, because it just had like, it had this one word that's like my biggest pet peeve. Hang on, text is jumping, I'm sorry. Still reading City of Stardust by Georgia Summers. The number of followers, Daniel, it changes all the time. When When I was able to go live, I needed 800 followers. Before that, it needed to be 1,000. And then I think shortly afterwards, they lowered it so you only needed 500 to go live, and then they changed it back to 800. So my understanding is that it either changes or it depends on your account. But if you go into... Oh my gosh, I know there's like a setting where you can go into and see if you're able to go live, and it'll tell you how many followers you need. But it's either 500 or it's 800. I don't think it's gone up again. It used to be 1,000 though. Nothing beats a good physical book. Yeah, exactly. E-readers if I need to. So ARCs, I don't have the physical one yet. I still have mine knocking about. Yeah, seriously, like I will only ever get a new e-reader if this one just stops working. It's fine. And if I love the book, I'm buying the physical. Like when that, I will buy the physical copy of this book. I will. It is so good. I love this book. I just started reading Inheritance. Okay, so Inheritance is, it's still good. Of the entire series, it is my least favorite only because it's almost like, think of like Lord of the Rings, how they're like on this adventure and they're journeying. I think Inheritance has a lot more of the journey. Actually, no, Inheritance does have a lot of like battle. It has a lot of battle scenes. It really does have a lot of battle scenes. Like I said, it's not bad. I'm just saying, like, out of all of them, it's my least favorite, but it's still really, really good. Did you see librarian Amanda Jones is coming to Dallas? Librarian Amanda Jones? I know there's a giant book festival happening in Austin this coming weekend, and I wasn't gonna go until I realized there's like 7 authors I get to meet. I don't know Amanda Jones. Ooh, librarian and anti-censorship advocate. Oh my gosh, no. She sounds like someone that I need to definitely be following, but this is the first I've heard about her. Like, I've heard of librarians and other people speaking up for censorship, but I haven't heard of her specifically. Oh, she had a court. Okay, that was a huge court case. I am, okay, so I'm really bad with, like, actors' names, celebrity names. Like, I know them by, like, who they play in the movie. So, like, it's not Robert Downey Jr. I'm like, that's Iron Man. So, I know her based off of the case. That's the chick from that case, but I didn't know her name. Sorry. How do I get out of book slump? Johnny, I just got out of one, and I'm the bad one with any kind of advice, but I would say do a comfort read. Do a reread of one of your favorite stories. Like, I recently had 3 books in a row that were, like, for me, a 3-star is low. I give 5 stars like candy. So if I give anything less than a 4, I really didn't enjoy it. And I had 3 books in a row that were under 4 stars. For me, that's big, how I rate books. So I was in a huge slump. I didn't feel like reading anything. This book is pulling me out. This book is definitely, like, loving it. Oh, she has a book! Okay, I have that page open, so I can definitely look her up. Oh, how dare you not say hello to moi? Hello. Hi. Oh yeah, a fast-paced book. So I remember for the longest time, I would just jump back to Aragon, and I would just reread Aragon. I would also say, if you want to put a twist in your reading, also read a book that has a movie. I'm not saying that's the best idea. I'm just saying that's a fun idea. Like, I wanted to read Hunger Games and watch the movies afterwards. I forgot to watch the movies afterwards. Like, I've seen them, but I forgot to, like, do a thing. So I read the books before Sunrise on the Reaping. Did anybody else see Sunrise on the Reaping special edition today? I didn't know that book was a thing. And that is a gorgeous book. I am not getting it because it does not match the aesthetics of my OGs, but Sunrise on the Reaping special edition is pretty dang beautiful. And the inscription on the pages, I know it pertains to the book, but in today's culture, what does it say? Hang on. Okay. Here it is. So the book, like on the sprayed edges, it says, hang on, our tears will not be used for their entertainment. Our tears will not be used for their entertainment. And I was like, come on, clock. Yeah, it's ugh. Do I ever read books in between series? I try not to. If it's a book if it's a series I've never read before, I treat the series as a story. And it's really difficult for me to get back into the motion of the series, into the emotion of the series if I take breaks in between books. So I personally do my absolute best not to. The only time I'll take breaks in between in a series is if it's a book club book that's coming up or an arc read that's coming up. Like if I'm in a deadline situation where I have to read another book, I'll read another book. But for the most part, I mentally and emotionally have to stay in the series, because to me that is one big old book. That is Sunrise on the Reaping special edition. Sunrise on the Reaping. Alright guys, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody. Aww, that's so cute. How did that go? What time is it? We could do 2 more. What say you, Oliver? You think we can do 2 more? Yeah, he's pooped. All right. That is so cute. Not how you would. Okay. No, that is so cute. That's so cute. Anyways, finding out so much information. I wish I knew how many pages I read. If you get an ARC from NetGalley, like, the page numbers are always wrong. So, the percentage, though, I am 72% of the way done. But, like, this started, like, on page 100, and I'm currently on page 4,215. Which is not the case. Like, NetGalley ARCs, I'm like, I don't know how many pages I read. We'll just find out how long the book is when it comes out, and I'll just say I read that many pages, because I don't know. Yeah, so Sunrise on the Reaping. Okay, the good thing about that book is now you understand why. If Haymitch wants to drink, let him. Let the man drink. He deserves any emotion he had at the beginning of Hunger Games. Leave him alone. Butcher and Blackbird. The plot be twisting. Nice. Yeah, so normally if it's a regular, like, a Kindle book or a regular, like, ebook file or whatever, like, I'll get page numbers. But ARCs, the ARCs that I have received have never been correct. Like, and I'm not talking about, like, with ebooks, a lot of times they'll give me the page number of, like, the similar location in the physical book, and I'm okay with that. With an ebook, I'm always like, it's telling me the book is like 6,000 pages long, and it's not. It's just like, okay, so let's see. Right now, I am on page 4,215, right? I turn the page. I am now on page 4,230. I've never had an ARC be, like, accurate to anything. Yes, now I understand why I feel bad for him. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I'm learning too. I only started doing NetGalley September, I think? August. And I didn't think I would get approved. I'm trying to only read books that are part of a series I already own, except when I went looking at some of the ARCs they had, I came across a cozy fantasy called Cat Dragon. It's okay. And I'm currently reading Contracts and Cats. It's amazing. This is definitely my favorite by far. Yeah, NetGalley is a lot of authors will post digital versions of their pre-released book. Sometimes it's books that have already been released but they need more advertising. And you can sign up to see if you get approved for a free e-file to put on your Kindle or read online or whatever, so you could review the book. So on NetGalley, they have a lot of upcoming ARCs. There was 2 that I really wanted to read, but I didn't know the rule. Like on NetGalley, you want to have a lot of publishers will look for an 80% ratio, which means 80% of the books you've been given, you have reviewed already. And I didn't know that rule, so I was like, I was brand new to NetGalley. I selected 2 books, and my rating was like at 20% because I only had, or it was like at 33% or something because I had only been given 3 books and I reviewed 1 of them. But it looked so bad. So now I learned my lesson. The one that I have not been approved or denied for yet, that is available on NetGalley, and I did apply for it, and I'm hoping I get approved, is Baby Dragon Bookstore. If you've been with me a bit, you know my adventures of Baby Dragon. I will say book 1 was so hilariously bad I had to keep the physical copy. Book 2 was good, but it had a significantly less, like, baby dragons weren't crucial to the plot at all. So I'm hoping book 3 is a combination of baby dragons in book 1, storytelling and plot from book 2, and now we're in a bookstore. Just give me, like, I'm okay with each book getting better in the series. I need Baby Dragon Bookstore to be that book. So that one comes out, I think, in January. But, Baby Dragon Bakery, I got approved for that arc, I think, a month before the physical book came out. So I'm really hoping they don't wait too long, because I would like to get that over and done with. Reading West Side Love Story, which is a Latin version of Romeo and Juliet. Oh, nice. Wait. Isn't West Side Story already a Hispanic version of Romeo and Juliet? Hang on, I'm going through the story in my head. Yeah, West Side Story is... That's West Side Story. But I guess if it is a book, they couldn't legally call it West Side Story. So I can see them twisting the title and more than likely character shifts for like copyright situations. I can see them doing that. That makes sense. That's what they're saying for those who didn't know. It is that. Okay. Gotcha. Let's see here. Sorry. TikTok's asking me for stuff. For those that didn't know, I didn't know. What about West Side Story? Man, I want to... Like, I like some of the characters from the new West Side Story. I still don't... I'm sorry. I'm not fond of the person they picked to play Maria on either versions of the film. But the person that plays... Oh my god, what's the character that Rita Moreno played? Anyways, in both films, that character has been spot on perfection. West Side Story, you need to. It is a classic. People correct me if I'm wrong. Did it start as a musical? But it's basically based in... Hang on. I'm trying to make sure that I don't get... Because it's Puerto Ricans that live in Brooklyn, right? Am I confusing it with another musical in my head? I'm pretty sure it's Puerto Ricans that live in Brooklyn. In the 1960s, I want to say. I could be wrong with that time frame. But anyways, it's an old classic, and it's been redone. It's a very, 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 very popular tale, but it's the best way to explain it, but it doesn't give it justice, is Hispanic Romeo and Juliet. The 1916 one is the musical, yeah. No, I'm not thinking about In the Heights. Doesn't West Side Story also take place like in New York-ish area? I know In the Heights. In the Heights, that's Washington Heights, right? 1957 Broadway musical. Yeah, so you do know about it, or you don't know about it? Or are you just looking it up right now? Just looking it up. Yeah, it's a really good musical. I appreciate the second, like the first film adaptation is okay. In my opinion, I understand it's a classic for a lot of people, but as a Puerto Rican, as a Hispanic, I appreciate the second adaptation, the remake. I appreciate that one a lot more. Although Rita Moreno is just spot on. She broke the barrier for so many Hispanics in acting. I mean, shoot, she gave Bad Bunny an award. Was it last week? Was it 2 weeks ago? Whenever it was, that woman is still up and kicking. Oh, if I met her, man, if I met her, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. Genuinely. Esa mujer que sabe cómo bailar. Anyways. Yeah. So West Side Love Story. Valid. So does that book, West Side Love Story, does that take place in current, Like, is it a contemporary romance that is kind of like West Side Story? Or is it like West Side Story, but with a different name? Excuse me. Dude, I know, she's 93 years old, but did you see her when she was giving a Bad Bunny that award? Did you see her interview afterwards? Afterwards or before? No, afterwards. Afterwards. Like, that woman don't look a day over 70. Ugh. Hi. Oliver's just chilling. I gotta keep checking on him. Yep. Yes, it is. Second adaptation is. Because the first adaptation, it was... it was not normal for Hispanics to be represented in the acting community. That's why Rita Moreno is a big deal from the first adaptation. But she broke a lot of the barriers down for Latinos in the acting community. And she was an activist, so... That's all I'm gonna say about why I don't like the first film. Oliver's good. He is very good today, so he's still being monitored to make sure it's not a fluke. But he is in very good spirits today. He's back to his old self. Alright, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody. Alright. Ugh. I think that was the last sprint only because I made a dumb mistake. And if you guys see me doing this in the future, warn me. You have my permission. But as good as both of these taste, I did not eat these in moderation. And my tummy hurts. So I'm probably gonna have a stomach ache for bedtime. Because these usually last a little bit. It's my fault. I was a dum-dum. I'm gonna go take some Tylenol because that helps. But, yeah, I knew better. I knew better. But I was just craving it. I couldn't help it. So, yeah. That's why I was kind of like hunched over eating. I was like, there it is. Sorry, but it tastes so good. Too many cheese, yes. Yeah, the goldfish I think is the biggest culprit. Definitely the goldfish. If I eat too many of them, my stomach doesn't like it. Like, it's really like... And then I had a really heavy dinner that was delicious. But it is just a bad combination. So, yeah, I have to lay down on my stomach. I have to actually have a pillow on my stomach and lay down on top of it, and the pressure of just something on my stomach helps significantly. But yeah, it helps when I'm laying down, not when I'm sitting. When I'm sitting, I'm very much like, I don't know how to sit where it doesn't hurt anymore. So anyways, that's that. Thanks for joining me, guys. If you guys do follow me on... Okay, so TikTok does not like to tell you guys when I'm live sometimes. I know. If you guys follow me on YouTube, I tend to go live on YouTube and TikTok at the exact same time. If you follow me on YouTube, YouTube does a better job of notifying you via notifications and email, or depending on how you have it set up. Like, I have my notifications set for email, so I get an email as soon as I go live saying Crystal is live. So that's one way. If TikTok's not telling you, if you have the notifications on and it's not doing anything, sign up for follow me on YouTube and you might get the notifications. So that's that. And if you didn't know, yes, I'm live on YouTube as well. So if you want to be phone free, or if you want to scroll, you can put me on the TV screen. That's totally fine. I don't have a schedule for my lives. If you guys have been following along, Oliver, who is... Aw, him and Glitcher. Are you guys fighting? Okay. They're cuddled up back there. Oliver's had a lot of issues, and I've had a lot to catch up on with work and housework, and I've had to monitor him. There's times that I've been home with nothing to do, but his frequent trips to the litter box have had me checking on him, so I couldn't read. So I'm hoping I can get back into the groove of things, even though for a week and a half I'll be out of town again this month. I was supposed to have like a whole month with you guys, a whole month of being home and doing reading sprints, and that just, it's been a horrible 3 weeks. But anyways, yeah, follow me, notifications. I might be back more days this week. Y'all have a wonderful night. Don't eat goldfish and hot Cheetos if you had pork chops for dinner. And y'all have a wonderful night. Finish your... Oh, wait, YouTube first. Ha! Good night, YouTube.